Picture this. A room full of world leaders engaged in intense discussions. What's the relevance of such gatherings known as multilateral institutionalized summitry in today's world? Well, these summits are not just about shaking hands and photo ops. They're about creating a platform for dialogue where leaders can discuss, negotiate, and collaborate on global issues. From climate change to international security, these summits provide a stage for nations to come together in the spirit of cooperation. The concept of multilateral institutionalized summitry is the cornerstone of modern diplomacy. It's a process that fosters mutual understanding, encourages compromise, and most importantly, promotes peace. But like any diplomatic tool, it's not perfect. It has its strengths and its weaknesses, its triumphs and its shortcomings. To understand the intricacies of this process, let's consider a recent example: the NATO 2023 summit in Vilnius. This gathering of world leaders offers an excellent opportunity to delve into the practical workings of multilateral institutionalized summitry. The NATO 2023 summit in Vilnius provides a perfect case study to further explore the strengths and weaknesses of multilateral institutionalized summitry. The NATO 2023 summit in Vilnius, a gathering of world leaders, showcases the strengths of multilateral institutionalized summitry. This form of diplomacy is a global stage where countries can engage in high-level dialogue, fostering international cooperation. It brings together diverse perspectives, encouraging dialogue and consensus building on salient global issues. For instance, the 2023 NATO summit in Vilnius was a platform for member nations to discuss strategic security challenges and outline collective responses. This exemplifies the strength of multilateral institutionalized summitry in facilitating effective, coordinated action on a global scale. Moreover, these summits provide an avenue for smaller nations to have their voices heard on the world stage. They can use this platform to articulate their concerns, negotiate, and influence global policy decisions. This underlines the democratizing potential of this form of diplomacy. However, multilateral institutionalized summitry is not without its weaknesses. Power imbalances among nations can lead to the domination of discussions by a few powerful countries, undermining the principle of equal representation. There's also the challenge of ensuring effective communication among a large group of participants, each with their unique cultural nuances and diplomatic protocols. Furthermore, these summits often require significant resources and time to organize, which could detract from other crucial diplomatic activities. Plus, the outcomes of the discussions are not always binding, which could limit their effectiveness in achieving tangible, sustainable solutions. The NATO 2023 summit in Vilnius, for instance, grapples with these challenges. While it was successful in fostering dialogue and outlining collective responses, the issues of power imbalances and effective communication remained evident. While the strengths of multilateral institutionalized summitry are clear, it is not without its weaknesses. The NATO 2023 summit in Vilnius serves as a stark reminder of these realities. As we have seen, multilateral institutionalized summitry plays a crucial role in global diplomacy. It has its strengths, providing a platform for collective decision-making and fostering cooperation among nations. Yet it also has weaknesses, such as the risk of dominance by powerful countries. The NATO 2023 summit in Vilnius is a perfect example of how this form of diplomacy can facilitate meaningful dialogue and progress. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the importance of multilateral institutionalized summitry will undoubtedly continue to grow. But as with any tool, it must be used wisely to achieve the best outcomes.